Hi everybody, I hope you're doing okay. I am Trish with Unique Me 303 Healing and Empowerment. Today's reading is going to be a pick a card. This is going to be a life purpose reading. So let's go ahead and begin. 11 showed up there instead of 13. I was told to tell you guys, look that up on Sacred Scribes. First pile would be the fluorite skull or the big guy and the I am affirmation. I am aligned with the energy of abundance. Pile number 2 would be the labradorite medium skull, and I am divine light and love. And pile number 3, clear quartz skull. These two were gifts from my friend Rhonda. Thank you, Rhonda. I am gifted beyond measure. I am grateful for the gifts in my life. If you pick pile number 1, the fluorite skull, and the I am affirmation, I am aligned with the energy of abundance, then this is your reading. Okay, so the first question I asked was, what has pile 1 learned in the past? And let me see, what did I see? 1, 2, 3. Okay, I know what it was. This goes up here. Okay, give me just a second, guys. I forgot that there was, yeah, this way. Okay, sorry about that. So, for pile number 1, the first question that I asked was, what has the pile 1, sorry, I'm getting a little bit mixed up with my words. I don't usually do that many pick a piles, so it confuses me for a second. Anyhow, the first question I asked was, what is the challenges that pile number 1 went through in the past when it has to do with their life purpose? And the first thing that I got was the faith card. Instantly, what I'm feeling with this 2, 3, 4 is that you have learned a lot of lessons about trusting the universe, trusting in the process, belief in things working out for the better, a lot of things that have to do with the ego and processing through like ego deaths, where you are realizing that your fears, doubts, and insecurities are holding you back instead of helping you to move forward. So one of the lessons in the past, or maybe it was just a really big challenge, is an ego death of learning how to be faithful, learning how to trust and believe in something that you can't yet see. Also, going along with that, the high priestess. Many of you were in this very challenging time of not understanding how to see your intuition, 333. And what I mean by that is maybe you didn't realize that a lot of the flashes that you were seeing repeating in your head, or maybe the thoughts or the voices that you kept hearing in your head, you didn't know how to put those together as being intuition, or maybe you didn't understand that your discernment of spirit and those flashes and the voices that you're hearing, or whatever it may be, how your communication comes, you just didn't in the past trust it. You didn't understand it. Maybe some of you, it was something that was very foreign to you, but what I'm feeling with this card is a lot of trust was gained. You became somebody who can trust the intuitive guidance that you're receiving, trust in the visions that you're receiving as well. There's also a message of, you learned how to fake it till you make it, act as if until it manifests. 444, guys, look that up as well on Sacred Scribes. But you learned how to believe in the impossible, And trust in the process is a really big thing here, especially when it comes to the process of your spiritual journey, the process of learning to trust the intuition and the other spiritual gifts that you have. But it's also about trusting in the process of coming to believe. Okay, so there's a lot about trust in the past. The challenges and the things that you've learned have to do with those things. Now, moving on to something a little bit different than this. So, other lessons that you learned in the past have to do with the feeling like nothing is ever working out well for you, the feeling like you have a lot of bad luck, a feeling of I'm never going to make the money that I desire, want, or need, a feeling like you're always being blocked when it comes to money matters 555. That's about positive change and transformation. However, on the flip side of that, and guys, I want you to see there's a 4-4 and a 3-3, both master numbers. Look those up as well on Sacred Scribe 606. A lot of numbers coming out. Make sure you guys are looking them up. But on the flip side, what you learned while going through the challenges that had to do with finances and making money, and, you know, maybe programming that had to do with like growing up poor, or maybe it's the opposite. You grew up with a lot of money and you don't know how to respect money, and there's some sort of lessons that have to do with that. But what Spirit is saying is, in the past, you learned those lessons, and one of the things that you're probably now starting to feel is that things are working out for your benefit, or for the benefit of all involved. Maybe money comes to you easily. Abundance is something that you are starting to feel a lot of. And I feel like with that abundance, that's also talking about financial abundance. Yes, they're saying. But, you know, because of this feeling of good luck, good tidings, blessings happening, miracles happening, 717, some of you are in this energy currently, in an energy of learning about it's okay to take that money that you're making, that you're now achieving, or, you know, that it's flowing to you now, and do something with it. You can choose to buy land, you know, buy a car, spend it on other people that are in need. But there's something about the lessons that you're learning now have to do with what to do with what you learned in the past. So it's about taking what you've learned and moving forward in a direction of higher understanding, development, using these for these things that you learned in the past in your current reality to help you to achieve even more. Had to go get my dog and let him in. He was outside crying. So anyhow, moving on into what you're learning now is that it's okay for you to do something with what you've learned in the past. It's okay to spend money. It's okay to do for others. However, I feel like some of you are also in this process of receiving things and receiving things quickly. There's a lot of opportunities that you're currently that are currently opening up for you, that are bringing on whole new experiences, whole new lessons to learn. But I feel like these lessons are coming with a peace and serenity, like a very peaceful mind, heart. It's almost like you just know that everything is working out and working out for your benefit, or the benefit and all involved. Some of you are very connected with the I Am presence. The Stellar Gateway, also Christ Consciousness Gateway, Source. Some of you are very connected with Source, and it's bringing on new opportunities. And I feel like these opportunities are coming because of you being in such a high vibration where you're not being blocked by the slight challenges that you're going through. Or I don't even want to say challenges, because I don't even really feel a lot of challenges here. I feel more so that what everybody else would think of to be as a challenge, you already think of it as my needs are already being met. It's already being worked out. I can be peaceful and know that it's going to be taken care of. And you know that it's already worked out. So there's like this happiness, this energy about you that says it's okay, even if it seems to everybody else, or maybe to your old self, that it's not okay. And I'm saying your old self because I feel like you've got past this energy of dwelling on things or being overworked about things, or maybe you've got past this energy of stressing out about things, and you just know that everything is going to be taken care of. And I'm hearing yes, yes, yes. So in the present situation, you're learning how to stay in that I am presence. You're learning to be okay with a constant shift, a constant change, constant manifestations, constant adjustments. Okay. And what I'm saying, that the reason why I'm saying constant adjustments is because when you get to this I am presence and the opportunities that start awakening for you, these are opportunities that you, as a person who was not yet in the I am presence, manifested. You was trying and staying positive and acting as if and speaking as if and visualizing. But now 1111, those things, because you're in a higher vibration, you're in that I am presence, those things, those opportunities that you have to adjust to are the manifestations. Okay, these are the things that are coming in quickly, shifting and changing rapidly. And when we're in that I am presence, like, we're always evolving. We don't stop evolving. So, I mean, we should always be trying anyway, but when you're in that presence, you are constantly wanting to be better, or constantly wanting to, in some way, shape, or form, find another level of happiness, or a higher level of happiness, or a higher level of peace. And Spirit is saying, currently that's what you're learning about, is that you are love, light, inspiration, success, fulfillment, inspiring, accomplishment, the I am. You are the I am. And Spirit saying, like, you're learning lessons and these are good lessons that have to go along with the blessings that are coming because of being in the I am presence. Yes, 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 they're saying. Okay, so what steps can you take right now? I feel like okay, they're telling me that both, I feel like I'm missing some cards, but they're telling me that these three cards are both a message of what steps can I take right now, and a message of how you can better help others. Okay. I was very confused as to why I didn't have enough cards, but now I remember, I pulled these cards out last night and didn't look at them. I just got really busy, couldn't do them. So I'm like really confused as to why it was that way, but now they're reminding me. Okay. So this is what steps you can take right now that have to do with your life's purpose, and how you can best help others. So one of the things that you learned about was how to manifest things rapidly, how to also manifest becoming a maybe independent person, a person who is powerful and okay with their power. Okay. And I'm saying it in that sense because that's something that in the past, it doesn't say it up here, but in the past that you had to have learned to get to where you are now. So one of the things that you can do to better help people is to share your experiences of how you manifested the reality that you're now currently having to adjust to. Also how you manifested being okay with your power, and that involves sharing information of your healing journey and how you got to where you are, and how you was able to let go of what you did, and how you was able to also honor and develop the spiritual aspects of yourself, the spiritual gifts and spiritual talents. one of the things that I am also seeing that you can help people with, and is also one of the things that you can take steps in right now, is to change the way that you eat things. You have gotten to a point where you know that foods have things that cause diseases and cancers and tumors and all kinds of things of that sort. You're in the process of, probably right now in the process of, building your own apothecary, maybe gardening and starting to grow your own food, or what have you. But this is something that you may be learning lessons in now as well, but also something that you can help others with, and that you can, also help yourself to evolve even more so. Anyhow, one of the things that they really are wanting you to share with others is your ability to awaken others with your light and love. Okay, you're somebody who is an earth angel, perhaps a light worker or a starseed, maybe an empath, a clairvoyant, a clairsentient. I'd say if you're a pile number 1, all of the clairs you probably have a lot of abilities that a lot of other people around you don't have. And these are the things that have helped you to ascend to where you are now, to develop yourself. And I seen a flash of reddish orange light. So some of you have probably set a lot of firm foundations on this earth when it comes to your physical life, spiritual, mental, emotional, energy, all of that. And this is things that Spirit is wanting you to share your experiences in. You're meant to help others to awaken. This is also part of your purpose. Yes. They're saying the best way that you can help others is to be yourself, be the light and love that you are, 1717, and everything will just work out. I feel a lot of passion in this area here. Okay, so moving on to your life's purpose. So one of your purposes to learn to not have to have control over everything. One of the things that you're meant to do is master the ability to be an alchemist and change lower vibrating energies of fears, doubts, insecurities into higher vibrating energies of trust, patience, love, gratitude, maybe, and whatever else. You're meant to teach others how to do that as well by just being you, sharing your story with them, what have you. You're also meant to learn a lot of lessons in a lower vibrating energy, 1818, that bring you into a higher vibrating energy, one of higher understanding, higher learning, higher awareness, higher states of consciousness. Christ Consciousness is what I'm hearing. And this is also something that you're meant to teach or to share with others. You're also, one of your purposes is also to come back to an energy of self-love, self-empowerment, help others to fall in love with themselves all over again. And share that experience of how you have evolved in a sense of clearing the emotional blocks, the I am affirmations that you use that helped you to build your self-esteem, anything that you cut cords with or what have you, sharing that information so that others can also know exactly what they need to do. Anyhow, Pal 1, I hope that you got something out of this reading. Please consider liking, sharing, subscribing. Tell me in the comments if this reading resonates with you. I hope that you have a wonderful day. Much love to you. Bye. If you pick pile number 2 and the medium-sized labradorite skull, then this is your reading. I am divine, light, and love. Okay, let's get right into it. I want to make sure that I get to pile 3 because I'm running out of time. And you guys got 4 cards for every single one of them. So what you have learned in the past that has to do with your life's purpose is that you need to nurture yourself. Self-love, self-care, nurturing of the mind, body, and soul in any way, shape, or form is exactly what you've learned in the past. You also learned that your fears, doubts, and insecurities are only things that hold you back. You've learned that things that have to do with the traumas of the past are not going to repeat in your future, or maybe you don't have to always dwell on what's happened in the past and worry about what is going to happen in the future. So some of the lessons that you've learned in the past, that it's okay to listen to your heart. It's also okay to trust in your intuition. Many of you also had experiences that had to do with learning that, these things that have to do with your doubts, fears, and insecurities are a thing of the past, that a thing of your future is going to be brighter days ahead, a feeling of vibrant type of energy, a lot of passion that says it's okay to go after those things that may make me feel like the past did. However, my heart and my intuition, my discernment of spirit is telling me that it's okay. It is better for me than what the past has given to me. So a lot of what you learned in the past has to do with, things that may have caused a lot of hurt and pain, and how they affected you, as well as how they don't need to affect you moving forward in your journey. One of the things that you also learned in the past is that it's okay to trust. Okay, this is a card about trusting, joy, patience, all of those good feelings wrapped up into one is what I'm feeling with this, but I'm really feeling trust. So, a lot of the lessons that you learned were things that had to do with experiences and trusting. And maybe for some of you, this is trusting in self even, is what I'm getting. Yes. So moving on to what you are currently learning now is that whatever it is that you are wishing for, 2202, or dreaming of, the things that you're wanting to manifest, they can be part of your reality. What you're learning is that things can come to you fastly if you are somebody who is staying positive, acting as if, speaking as if, visualizing, using affirmations, manifesting in ways that are a positive manner, instead of allowing your fears, doubts, and insecurities, those things that you held on to in the past that would keep you from receiving, is what they're referring to. You now are realizing in your current experiences, what you're learning is that, there is going to be wish fulfillment, that things that you have cleared blocks from, that have to do with things of your past or things of your ego, are now helping you to move forward and receive, is what I'm hearing. The Bright Mother tells me just that what you're currently learning is that there's a lot of good days ahead. This is a card of brighter days, happy moments. This is also a time of perspective, is what I'm seeing. So some of the lessons that you're learning right now is that by having a new perspective, you gained a better understanding of what the universe wants for you. So many of you, 2323, are starting to, or learning now about the process of believing or trusting in what the universe has in store for you. You're also trusting in the things that you can't yet see. So one of the other experiences that you are currently learning is that it's okay to 2345. It's okay to be joyful. It's something. There's something about lessons in, or learning how to express your happiness, learning how to share your light with others. It's learning how to play and be childlike. It's also learning how to hold a vision for what you want for your future. So remember, you're in the process of manifesting things, of gaining a different perspective so that you can manifest things. Copper, no. So holding a vision for what it is that you want for your life, or maybe even the life of other people, because you may be somebody who is capable and very powerful and capable of helping this world to evolve in some way, shape, or form, maybe through your gifts, talents, or abilities, or maybe it's just by being you or what have you. But anyhow, what steps you can take right now is you can trust that there's divine timing at play. If something hasn't quite yet been manifested, even though this is something you're currently working on, or learning lessons is that, the perspectives that you're gaining are bringing in the manifestations, which all of these are kind of going hand in hand. But anyhow, bringing in these manifestations wasn't so easy before in the past. It's going to be a lot easier now. So Spirit is saying, trust in the timing. You haven't ran out of time. Things are happening just as they should, when they're supposed to, or what have you. So one of the steps that you need to take is being patient, trusting in the process, being in the now moment, allowing is what I am hearing. Also, the next step that you can take is to know your worth. So some of you could even be learning lessons in the power that you hold, or I'm even hearing the power that you have to create your reality. But I just get this feeling like some of you, through the process of the ego death and learning to nurture your mind, body, and soul, and now in the process of learning lessons about manifestation and gaining new perspectives, how to be childlike, how to hold a vision of what you want for your future. You're also in this process of understanding how divine you are, how powerful you are. And your next step is showing that to the world, knowing that you are worthy to be accepted. Some of you, there's also maybe a lesson that has to do with judgment from others. Anyhow, one of the next things that you can do is have a lot of excitement about what is ahead. Start to anticipate, or learn to anticipate, a lot of joyful days, a lot of manifesting, a lot of, I'm just feeling light, love, joy, acceptance. But there's a lot to be excited for. So I feel like one of the things that Spirit is saying is to celebrate your accomplishments. This is one of the 27. One of the next steps that you can take is celebrating, sharing your accomplishments, and helping others to understand that the angels are always communicating with us. Okay, they're backing me up. They're saying some of you in pile number 2 need to start communicating with your angels if you're not already communicating with them. For those of you who are communicating with your angels, you are meant to share how you learned how to communicate with the angels with others. If you're not already aware, one of the things that you could be learning at this time, or one of the next steps that you should be taking, is paying attention to the repeated numbers that you're seeing. So if you're seeing 1111, what is it that you're thinking about when you see 1111? Look up, what does 1111 mean? You can look it up on Sacred Scribes. I'm seeing the orangish color again coming in. So that could have something to do with the sacral chakra and experiences in sexuality or creativity, maybe even, I'm hearing. But following your passions and expressing your emotions. But anyhow, learning about also communication with angels coming in through music, lyrics. They're showing me images in the cloud. So some of you may be receiving images in the cloud, and so on and so forth. So to move on to what your life purpose is to get to a place where you feel content, where you feel like you're passionate and about your life, and that you have a lot to be thankful for. It's also to find balance. It's about finding balance between The human mind, the logic, as well as the intuition, using your spiritual gifts and things of that sort to help you to find balance with your mind as well, is something that's coming. Also, a spiritual journey, a spiritual adventure. This is a very big part. 2929, I was told to say, a very big part of your purpose is the journey, the spiritual journey. The Page of Hearts tells me that your biggest purpose is to rediscover your worth, your value, your purpose, and that pretty much sums it up. I hope that you got something out of your reading pile. Number 2, please like, share, subscribe, and put a comment in the comments as a way of letting me know if this reading resonates with you. I hope you have a wonderful day. Much love. If you pick pile number 3 and the clear quartz little mini skull, and I am gifted beyond measure, I am grateful for the gifts in my life, then this is your reading. Let's get right into it. So, I'm hoping that I get through this really quick and I have enough time. If not, there will be a part 2 to pile 3. So I apologize if that happens. But anyhow, so pile number 3, for your life's purpose, what you've learned in the past is that there is a need to reflect on your life, where you're at, where you want to go. It's also about seeing how far you've came and seeing how much you still have left to do. You also learn that the time for being alone in solitude, 3113, look that up on Sacred Scribes, but the need for being alone in solitude, for learning how to meditate in multiple ways by walking, driving a car, listening to music, sitting with your eyes closed and focusing on your third eye, maybe using crystals, 3131, washing dishes. There's a million gazillion ways in which yoga, in which you could be doing learning how to meditate. But in the past, one of the things that you learned was that meditation needs to be a big part of your life. The reason for that is you had a lot of lessons in not being able to make decisions. Some of these decisions may have had to do with very important life decisions, and you had a really hard time deciding, should I go this way or should I go that way, or should I stay where I'm at? So Spirit kept directing you through your intuition or through these just internal knowings that you need to learn how to meditate. You need to do something that is going to bring you closer to conscious contact with God or source energy, whatever you want to call it, so that you can receive answers in a guided way that is accurate. So, in the past, you learned that you don't have to be indecisive, that the decisions that you make, 3232, can come from receiving them from Source God, your angels, the universe, your guidance team, or what have you, coming through meditation, coming through solitude and times of reflection. Anyhow, what you are currently learning is that you can't depend on other energies to make you happy. There's an energy of loving self, the self-esteem rising, not saying that it hasn't already, 3300. Look that up as well. But I feel like what Spirit is trying to tell me with this codependency card is that you're currently learning that letting go of things that would help you to not have to deal with some sort of energy that you don't like is actually more beneficial than it was using them at 3322 as a form of coping. One of the things that Spirit is telling me is that you're also learning that you don't have to put the blame on yourself or others, that the lessons that you've learned in your life or the lessons that you've went through and or are currently learning are things that are bringing you into a place of seeing your worth. It's helping you to see the bigger picture of things, which is also another lesson that you're learning at this time right now, is that you can be successful, that success is just right around the corner, that by paying attention to your visions, the intuition, the flashes that you're having in your head, the daydreams, the night dreams, the lucid dreaming that you may be having, by paying attention to those things, that you can stop blaming things of the past or other people, or stop blaming yourself, and that you can see that all of these things that you couldn't see clearly before and are now seeing clearly because you've learned to meditate and are taking the time to do so. It's helping you to see that things could be so much better than what they were in the past. 3443 and 3444, I was told to tell you. Anyhow, so what you're currently learning is that you can trust your visions. You can trust that there's going to be success, and that you don't have to do it with masking or avoiding things by being dependent on a person, place, or thing. How you can best help others at this time is, or I'm sorry, what steps can you take right now is forward movement. 3322, but it's actually not 3322 up there, but I'm seeing 3322. Anyhow, also seeing a flash of red light again. There's something about what steps you can take now is forward movement, not taking no as an answer, doing whatever it takes to get to the top. Also, one of the things that you can do to best help others is show others how to push through the muck, so to speak, how to not have to depend on other things, but to get out of that victim mentality and into forward movement. So this is something that you can do to help others. But your next step is to start something new. Create a reality that is bright, happy, passionate, what have you. Also, I don't know how it's hard to put these three cards into what your next steps is, but luck is on your side. Okay. So your next step is to trust in the universe. Trust that things are just going to come to you in the manner that they're supposed to, when they're supposed to. And these are all things that you can also help others to do as well. Now, moving on to your life's purpose. One of your purposes to learn to be patient. Okay. There's something about wanting things now and, doing whatever it takes to get there, but not thinking about the negative consequences that comes with rushing things, or not taking the process step by step or something like that. Also, another purpose that you have is to share your higher awareness, your higher perceptions, your higher consciousness with other people, to create through passionate endeavors, to create things that you're passionate about as well. But there is also a purpose to create your reality the way that you want it. Manifestation, learning how to be the architect of your reality is one of your purposes. Also, to share your skills with others. The Eight of Trees tells me that you have a purpose to share your gifts, talents, skills, whether they're natural, whether they're spiritual, or what have you, with other people. Anyhow, I hope that you got something out of your reading, Pile 3. I hope that you guys will consider liking, sharing, subscribing, putting a comment down in the comment as a way of letting me know if this reading resonates with you, what you got out of it, or what have you. I hope that you guys have a wonderful evening. Much love to you. Bye.